I mean, guys, I have to just tell you, being here with Tori is just fantastic because Tori is just amazing and she's all fashion.
Oh,
so the fact that we're talking about trends today with Tori is the best. So I've been working with Chatters for over a year now, and it's been fantastic because I signed on as their ambassador, and I'm with the team. I'm with stylists every day. We're behind the chair, and we're doing all sorts of fantastic things across Canada. Good morning, everybody. So we are going live in 7 minutes. We have a great segment for you, but right now we're just prepping. We got a great team working behind the scenes. So we want to make sure that you can see us and everything is going well. So for the next 7 minutes, as we count down before we go live, let us know by sending us a message if everything is good on your end. We want to make sure that you get everything. Got my glow on. Make sure it's good. Also, if you notice on your cards that you received from the Chatters crew, you got a little voucher there that is for Uber Eats. So make sure to fill that. We got that for you so you can be able to call in. It'll ask for the promo code. You can plop that message right in there and you'll be able to get your lunch from Uber Eats on us. Get a poutine for me, I'm just saying. So I know our mic is still on. So we just want to make sure you guys can hear us good. We're just chilling. We're just waiting for our countdown. What is it? 5
The tech
minutes?
is always the fun part of this.
I know. It's so cool that we can do this.
Yes, very cool.
Oh, we got 6 minutes. 6 minute countdown before we start. So get cozy.
It's the perfect time to put those Uber Eats orders in, actually.
I know, it is. It is. As long as you don't have to run away from or be on a laptop so you can bring it in your lap to run to the door to get
Seems like you have some strategy, some experience in this.
I've totally done this before. The great part is you're not on video, we are, so you can go and do whatever you want. I like this. Today's such a nice day outside, too.
Did you feel that hint of fall the other day?
I did. I know. I know. I did the run out of the house and I was like, whoa, I need a jacket. Come back in. I kind of get excited for like the fall vibes. Although the summer's been amazing weather-wise, not anything else.
And now it's going to be pumpkin everything.
I know.
Now everyone goes into the pumpkin trend.
There's something about a big comfy sweater though is like the best, isn't it?
So true.
Spice.
Yeah. Spice and everything nice.
Yeah. Exactly. I think we're getting our Uber Eats. I think we're getting coffee delivered right now.
So follow our lead.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, this is going to be such a fun day, and we're just going to jam out some great styles. So, as we're talking about this, if you have any questions, feel free to drop
them in the chat.
Yeah. Let's just make this completely intimate. You got the both of us to be able to sit here and chat all about cheese trends. Right? Girl, you always got it going on.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I definitely think I fall into the trends. Not in a good or bad way, just I love the trends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I'm obsessed. Do you go online and look at all new things coming out?
Oh yeah, I'm
What's
obsessed.
your strategy?
So, I don't know if you've seen this, but for the fall, a trend that is shocking to me, but that I love for my dance days are the cropped sweaters. There's no neck, it's just the most nothing sweater.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, that's quite a little warmer that you used to wear before you go to ballet.
Yeah.
So it just reminded me of my dance days. But I'm gonna definitely buy into that trend this fall.
That's like the flash dance.
That's what it is. It's the flash dance sweater.
I like it.
Love
It's just dripping off.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Just that hover.
What's that movie?
then they had
the
that.
natural back to some natural.
Yeah. You know what's a hot tip? Oh yeah, 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes is.
You can't give out hot tips before.
I know. Maybe I'm just like 3 minutes.
We're too excited. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Get excited.
Yeah. Wait until we like.
We'll tell you more about Black and all the outfits that are
And all our hot tips.
Yeah.
I know. I'm already excited. I'm like, oh, let's get into it.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And your dress is fantastic.
Thanks. You know, I love gold red.
Hot.
Yeah, super cute. I didn't even think, yes, that it's so complimentary, the pink and the red, because
It all goes
the
together.
Valentine's
Yeah.
vibe that I love. I
Yeah.
actually love a gold red with a lightsaber.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. It's like a, what would you call that red? Is that more of like it's like an orangey red?
I call it like New York red apple red. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. Now I feel like
It's sort of like an open eye nail color. Oh, which is very
Yeah,
similar to what I'm
yeah.
wearing. Another trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got my style happy pink apron, and that's why I had to go settle underneath because I wanted to show this up. How cute is this though?
Very cute.
Right? Yeah.
Hydration station.
Smart.
Oh, come on, gosh, it's red. Only we wish we were.
Alright, I think we have a countdown of less than 2. Alright, so 2-minute countdown. I want you to refresh your browser. Make sure you're having any problems with any sort of audio, visual, or anything. Drop us a message. We want to make sure we get all of Hi, Kimberly. I heard you said hello. Oh, my girls are so good. Yeah, there's my posse. There's my posse in there. Posse.
Hello everyone, my name is Tori Webster. Welcome to the Chatters Press Preview. We are so excited to be here today. We're going to be chatting all things hair, all things trends really in the hair space, and I have the lovely Cindy here with me today.
Aw, thanks, Tori. Guys, I am so excited to be here with this phenomenal lady. Her trends, her fashion sense, everything is always on point.
Thank you. That's too nice of you. Well, I am a Toronto-based blogger and content creator. I love all things fashion, all things beauty, and Cindy is professional in the hair space. So you're really gonna set the stage and tell us what the best trends are this fall.
Yes. So we are going to be talking all about amazing trends that are happening. That's coming to you straight from Chatters. Everything that I'm talking about, you can get right from our Chatter salon and or on chatters.ca. And what's really cool is I also know a lot of you have your cards in your spot at your home, so you can go and check out any extra information that you have about any of these products. We'd be happy to share. So I'm super stoked to get started because being a part of the Chatters team as their ambassador, we've had this amazing opportunity to come up with the collabs and be able to call out trends as they're happening.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, let's jump right into it. We are going to be doing first a look on me, which I'm very excited about. I love when Cindy does my hair. So this look one is a low pony. I think we took some inspiration from Hailey Bieber here.
Yes,
you know, we
girl.
love that sort of red carpet sleek look.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let you jump in. We're gonna throw our masks on for this just for a little safety precaution.
Yes.
But we're gonna start by chatting about some Redken oil for all. Can we talk about this product
Yes.
first?
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over. I'll put on my mask in one quick second, but we're definitely gonna do this look. And before I jump into it, I'm giving you a little background of the low ponytail. Ponytails, I'm letting you know, are going to be here forever. They are a trend that is not going anywhere.
I'm happy about that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But the ponytail is funny because it always means something different by the location you put on the head.
Oh, okay.
Right? So if you think about it, a high pony can be super sporty, can be high fashion, it can be done in a really fun way. Middle pony is kind of like you're talking about business. Like you're going to do business.
Yeah.
And
so would that be good for like a job interview or something like that?
You know it. Okay, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna put on my mask and you guys let me know that everything sounds good as I walk over here and I talk about it. But yes, absolutely. We have our middle back pony is definitely good for like sophistication, great for going to a business. You want to be able to pull all your hair back and that always looks really classic and clean. But what we're going to do on Tori today is our sophisticated low pony.
I love that. And I think that's maybe why it is such a staple red carpet look, because it does have that elegant sort of, you know, older, sophisticated, like you said, vibe, which I personally love.
Exactly. And you can change it up by just changing the texture. But what's really important about doing this low ponytail is you want to be able to show off the healthiness of your hair, okay?
Oh.
So, I know that you just talked about
Yes, the Redken oil for all.
Exactly. So what I love about this oil is you can put it on dry hair. Definitely great for prepping your hair right off the bat by putting it in when it's wet, after you take your shower and everything like that. But this is a really good one to put in there. Now, before I jump into that as well, as I'm putting it in my hand.
Now, I have, and I'm sure maybe some people listening have this same experience, but I have very thin hair, which is why I am terrified of oils. But tell me why this oil is actually great for my hair and why I shouldn't be afraid of it.
Awesome. Okay, I love that you brought that up because what's really important is when you get a high quality hair oil, it has been refined enough and those molecules are small enough that when it goes on the hair, even if for a moment, it can have a little bit of like a greasy look, but you know within a few minutes, it's going to naturally absorb.
Okay.
When you're going into something that's a little bit not as high end, you're looking at an oil that is just gonna stay on top of the hair. That's what gives you that greasy look.
Understood.
And if you're ever worried about that scenario, you can always put it in when your hair is damp. That way you have a better distribution.
Right.
But what's really great about an oil, and this is why it's a hot tip for everybody, I'm just gonna put it mid-length down. As I'm working this in, I'm gonna talk about it, is we're all dry shampoo lovers, right?
Oh, yes, I love a dry shampoo.
Exactly.
But did I just sing for everyone? Because I got so excited.
I like that though.
Yes.
We'll make it like, let's make this a musical.
Right, exactly. I mean, don't come for me. I will do that very quickly. Yeah.
I'm into it. What I'm doing is I'm putting it from mid-length down. And why I'm doing that is just to get that healthiness on the ends. So for all my ladies who love the dry shampoo, remember you can't forget about the mid-length to ends.
Yeah.
So even though we're eliminating the oils in the root area, we want to make sure the ends are still getting it because we're taking it away from the root and it's not traveling down. So this is a really important hot tip. As I'm working this in, I'm going to talk a little bit about the hair care before we got to this spot.
Right.
Because Tori here has beautiful blonde hair.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, let's talk about the extreme length shampoo and extreme length conditioner. There's also a treatment. So,
yes.
I mean, what do you recommend? What order should I be using these products?
I love it. I love it. So these are like, I'm obsessed, you guys. I'm totally obsessed because the biggest thing when we start to brighten up our hair and we're using any sort of agents that are lifting our hair is we're breaking down the protein naturally in our hair. So if you find your hair is getting super tangly when you're brushing it when it's dry, if you find that when it's wet, yes, exactly. Yeah. If you find that when it's wet, it's getting to the point where you're almost getting like a little bit of a stretch to it, this is compromised hair. Now, when it gets tangly, that's okay. You haven't passed the point. But what is happening is all of those pieces, the cuticles aren't sitting down because the protein has been compromised. So because they're lifted, they're almost acting like Velcro. So that's why your hair always gets tangly.
I see.
Yeah.
And do you find, and this may be true or not, but do you find that blondes have even a harder time, like artificial blondes like me, I'm not naturally blonde.
Yeah.
Is that a thing too, where it's more tangly and a little harder to brush through after using shampoo and conditioner?
Absolutely. What happens is you're finding that because your hair is in a lifted cuticle state, you're acting like that Velcro, and because we're always lightening on top, that's what's happening. So the protein needs to be repaired so those cuticles can sit back down, and that's what this
those
is
products do.
Yes, exactly. So that's why they're called extreme. They're infused with a ton of plant-based protein. So when you go and use it in the shower, it's designed for that. And that's why I love them. Now this is the extreme length. So what's really cool about this is we all know that blondes tend to not go very long. Even though, Tori, your hair is really long.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
But this is to help your hair grow even when you're using a lot of lifting in it. So it's all about taking that back, being able to give that protein back in there. So after you use your shampoo and your conditioner, we have our extreme length leave-in treatment. And what's really cool is we all know about biotin for like taking to make your hair healthy, which is great. But what that's going to do is only help the new hair that's regrowing in. So what do you do about the ends?
Of course.
You get it in a leave-in treatment that has biotin.
Fabulous.
Right?
I love that.
Great, yeah. So the biotin that's going to go in there, you put this in when your hair is wet, and it just acts as a leave-in. And I'm going to tell you, my hair is naturally dry. I've used this on so many different clients, and I've never had an issue with it weighing down.
Oh, great.
Just put it in your ends, and like I said, you don't need to put this in your roots, because if you're taking a supplement, that's fine. You just want to go mid-length down.
And I find too, especially as someone that uses a lot of heat on my hair, something like an extreme length in my conditioner and or shampoo would be such a fabulous addition, just to feel confident that my hair actually is growing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right, exactly. Go in for those like daily little nibbles of a trim, right?
I bet.
And then you want to do that. Now, you guys saw that I put that in there. You don't see that she looks greasy or oily, even though I put this directly on her dry hair. We're all good. Now, I'm going to get right into styling. I believe that we have a gel.
Yes, so this is the AG Hard Gel.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in one quick second. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get into the Hold Me 3-Way from Design Me.
Yes, okay, fabulous.
So this is the coolest, you guys. I have to tell you because I have to show you this too.
Okay.
So this hairspray itself has 3 levels, and it's in the nozzle.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to hold it like this. And then I'm going to show it down like this. Now, can you guys see that okay? Oh, amazing. And what's really cool is you spin this nozzle to what you want it to be
adjust it.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So if you see on here, there is light, medium, and like heavy, like a hard hold.
Wait, that's so cool.
I know, look at I'm letting Tori see.
Okay, yeah, no, that's amazing.
But how cool is that? So go ahead and take that cap off and you can take a look.
Wow.
So it's like a 3-in-1 hairspray.
That's very cool.
This is so perfect to be able to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it on Tori's hair. But I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this. If you just like spray directly on the hair, you can get like a little spot.
Right.
So I'm going to diffuse it by spraying it right into my finishing brush. And I know that you were asking me about this earlier.
What kind of brush is that?
So in our hair world, we call this a finishing brush. And what makes this different is each of the bristles are really tiny and they're together. They're really close together.
Okay.
And what's really cool about that is it goes over the hair and it helps to smooth out any sort of flyaways.
Those little baby flyaways, yes.
So if you use like your paddle brush or like a thick brush just to bring your hair up, you finish with this one because over top of all your natural hair, it'll just help to fly away those babies.
Oh, that's so nice.
Fly away the babies? I mean, press down the babies.
Press down the baby hairs.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to light because I want to be able to brush through your hair.
Right. Now, is this pretty extreme hold hairspray or?
Well, it has, just because of the level system, it goes, it's a pretty good hold. Like when you go into the strong hold, it is a pretty good hold. Right now I'm going to go into light because I want to be able to put this on your hair and brush through.
And have some workability in the hair still.
Exactly. So instead of just spraying it directly on your head, I'm actually going to spray it into the brush. This is like one of my favorite hot tips.
Love
So now
it.
I'm gonna get you to turn this way. Can you guys see okay as I brush Tori's hair back into spot? Perfect. Now I'm just going to brush this into place.
The brush also feels very luxurious.
Right? I know. Here we go. I'm just brushing this into place. Now I know this brush is like one of those ones that it's a must-have. There's so many great ones that you can get at the Chatter Salon right now that would do this. The wet brush has a great one that is perfect for this.
I love that brush.
Right? I know.
So
the
good.
detangling.
Well, as I was
so
saying, as
helpful.
a blonde and my hair is always tangled, I feel like I need assistance
Exactly.
from wet brush all the time.
Exactly. So Tori's going to be like my assistant here because I'm going to get her to open this up
You
for
bet.
me.
You bet.
So right now we're going to use our elastics, which is our
Traceless hair ties. Love this.
Yes, right. So we all know these as like our struggle bun holders, right, ladies?
Yes.
You can put this on the top of your head and it's literally that struggle bun. We all know which one that is, right? So this is really great with using because it doesn't leave that dent in the hair. But you can use this for other things like a sophisticated low bob, and or low bob. I don't know where bob came from, but I'm gonna get you to hold this for 1 second because I'm gonna show you how. So Tori, I'm gonna get you to slide the bobby pin just on the elastic itself.
You bet.
And we're actually gonna do two. So one on one end and one on the other.
Yeah, that's a little trick.
I know.
I like that. Now, what's, I guess, good about these Kenneth Bernard hair ties is that they don't leave the nasty little, finish on your hair after you take it out. It won't crunch the hair. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I like it. It has a really good stretch to it, and it doesn't give a ton of pressure points. That's why it has that coil.
That's great.
So now I'm going to give it a really good wrap. And it's really neat because we're using a clear color because I just kind of think that the color would look really cool on your hair. But you could use this as a different color just to add it as an accent. So I'm going to get you to turn your head to the side just a little bit. Now with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bobby pin and I'm going to slide this in underneath my hand. Everybody saw that okay? Perfect. Now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to wrap it around. And as I'm wrapping, I'm just making sure that bobby pin stays in. As I'm wrapping, I'm holding it tightly.
Oh yeah, it already feels so tight. I
Right?
am getting the Hailey Bieber snatch. This is fabulous.
Now, as I wrap it tight, and I can feel that it's not stretching anymore, I'm just gonna secure it back in. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm asking Tori, is there any bobby pins that are like bothering your
I
head?
don't feel anything.
Okay, awesome. So I'm just gonna slide that in.
Wow.
I can feel that hook underneath that ponytail. And now it's in a good position, and now we can have a little fun with this.
Whoa.
So now that I have this in spot, I'm gonna give a little last finish spray.
That was so fast.
So fast. And what I love about it too, because I know that Tori mentioned that her hair is a little bit finer, so her ponytail can look a little weak because the coil. No, this is a good thing. I got the same rock, bro.
Yeah.
I got the same rock. The coil itself kind of pops up the hair itself, so you can get a really good texture in here.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
I'm gonna spray that in on the bottom. Since we're talking about trends and textures, the really cool thing that we're playing with right now is we're noticing the difference in fabrics. We were actually talking about that earlier, and we'll jump back to that. That really plays a role in what the trends are going to be for hairstyles. So if you notice, she's nice and clean on top, and on the bottom, she has more of a texture. So you're going to see this with the fabrics that are coming in for fall.
Right.
Right?
It's business in the front, party in the back.
Girl.
All day, every day.
Always. Now, I'm going to use the Hard Gel Extra Firm Hold by AG Styling here. And I'm just going to use a little bit. Oops.
I feel like gel has also had a real comeback. Like gel used to be only used for the dancers and used for the very sort of intense hold, and now I feel like there's a place for it in everyday hair.
I know, exactly. So the best thing about that is, I know gel, I don't know about you guys, but like you said, it can be like for those extreme moments, but because we're not doing anything super extreme, I'm using a little bit here.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do with that is I'm actually going to just put a little bit in my fingers, and what they are for is these pesky little flyaways, right? And guys, remember, we're dealing with masks now. So these flyaways are going to be real because we're going to be getting them around our ears. So this is a great way of just being able to slick those down. They will harden and stay into place. So when Tori takes her mask on and off, she won't have those little flyaways behind her ears. And it's a great way because we got to finish. We got to remember our styling now is going to be different.
I feel like something about finishing the look with gel or even a more extreme hairspray takes it from a 9 to a 10 because it creates a finished look.
Exactly. It really does.
And it's not sloppy.
No, it's not. It's not. This is what I'm saying is all you need is a little bit in your fingertips and you just glide it along. Now when we get into that fine detailing, we'll even do that with like a little toothbrush that we don't use in our mouth.
Yes.
And just go along.
That's
the
a
sides.
great little trick.
All right. So here we go. Now.
And I guess if I wanted to get even more fancy, not necessarily today, but then I could even turn this pony into a braid, or I could twirl it up into another bun, or
100%.
Because now this foundation is done.
Exactly. And because that coil elastic is in there, any sort of bobby pins that you're going to put in there, it'll hold nicely.
Fabulous.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yes. Thanks, girl.
Well, thanks for the styling.
Thank you. That was
such a great experience. It feels amazing.
Yeah, it looks
feels
great.
tight and gorgeous, actually, without even being able to see it.
All right, I'm going to take off my mask now.
Yes. We have the luxury of being able to stay at a distance. Yes.
Exactly.
So, okay, we're going to jump into the second look. We have 7 looks to get through today. We just finished mine. Mine was look number 1. Now we are on look number 2, and that is Barely There Waves. Tell me about this. I mean, look, I am all about the waves. I feel like that's probably my go-to hair look, is just doing a loose, lived-in Victoria's Secret beach wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So tell us about this. How do we achieve this?
Okay, what's amazing about the Barely There Waves is this is a look that a lot of you guys can get because it is so easy to do at home. What you're gonna do is literally as soon as you get out of the shower and you blow dry your hair, you're going to do your regular paddle brush. And when I say paddle brush, is you're just going through and you're brushing your hair to be somewhat of a straight state.
Right.
So if your hair is naturally straight like yours, it's okay, you can just let it go. My hair is not, so it will go fuzzy and crazy. Yeah, exactly. So I will blow dry it just in a natural state, and that's just by brushing it back and forth instead of shaking it up, and I would have a big lion's mane.
Wait, why back and forth?
Because we're going to start to control that root to start to lay downwards. If I just brushed it down, then that root is just gonna lay flat and you won't have any volume. If you brush back and forth like this, then you're going to get more of a natural positioning and you'll have a little pop in the root.
Oh, that's a fabulous tip.
Exactly. And then that way you're straightening out your root as well. So anybody who has a natural wave to your hair, you're gonna find in the root itself, it starts to get a little bit wavy and it's hard to get in there. From this, like from mid-length down to the ends, if that's a little fuzzy, it's okay because you're gonna go through it with a curling iron, so it's not a problem.
Right.
So after you've done that, that's when you would go ahead and section your hair to curl it. So you're gonna take your sections, you're going to be able to just pull them into a vertical section and then you're just going to wrap it around. Super simple. You want to leave those ends out and then you drop it down. So it literally is a Barely There wave.
Now, are you pretty strict about curling away from the face? I sometimes go wild, I go back and forth.
Yes.
I know there's kind of tips for that. How do you feel?
Girl, I'm going to tell you one. Okay, so I have a lot of these. So what I love to do, and I'm gonna give you a hot tip for this. Now, this is also what I do in my own hair. I don't have, my hair is a little finer in the front.
Yes.
So if I curl everything away from my face, it literally ends up in the back of my head.
Yeah, I find that too.
Yeah,
it
so
kind
I'm
of
always,
doesn't
like I'm always trying to push it forward. Yes. So this is the trick, you guys, is away from the face is always stunning because it gives you a really nice, like
frame sort
exactly
of?
onto the cheekbone. But what's really good about underneath, you're gonna split this into 2.
Okay.
So you want this bottom piece to go forward.
Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
that way you're not losing.
So they're complementing each other then, as opposed to everything just moving away.
Exactly, you got it, girl. So what you're gonna do is do that one forward and then this one back, and then that way you're never losing your hair behind your shoulder.
Love it.
So as you're going through, you're just going to wrap it around the curling iron and drop it down. What's great about this look is the very next day, I always say when you go to bed, make sure to put that up onto the top of your head, and that way it's not going to get messed up as you're sleeping.
A little bun or a little braid, I feel like, is such a nice
Exactly,
trick. Yeah.
exactly. So then when you drop it down, you can refresh just those few spots.
Love it.
And then the texture on top of that is great.
So when we're curling, we're obviously putting heat on it. So today we were going to chat about the Kenneth Bernard Thermal Protection Spray.
Yes.
Tell me about this. Why is protection spray important if we're curling our hair?
Okay, so this is my passion.
Tell me about it, Cindy.
Like you haven't noticed it already? Yeah. Okay, heat protection, a thermal spray in any way is so important. The KB one I absolutely love because it doesn't weigh your hair down when you're spraying it in. It is fantastic. What's so important, you guys, is we do so much on our hair. We're coloring it, we're putting hot tools on it, we're trying different things, and we need to give that love to our hair. So remember, when we're styling our hair, we turn up our hot tools like anywhere between 4 to 450. Like you don't even bake a cake at that level.
I know. You blew my mind when we had this conversation when we were traveling together. I thought to myself, oh no, I can never put it that hot again.
Right? Because we boil water at 100. So what do you think we're doing when we have 450 on our hair?
That's crazy.
Right? So first of all, everybody needs to turn down their hot tools. You don't need it to have it that strong.
Right.
It's too crazy. Next thing is you want to use a thermal protection. You have to put this in your hair. It's like sitting in the beach. You would never let your skin just fry under the sun, but we're doing that to our hair, and then we're wondering why it's not staying.
Right.
It also helps with keeping your color in.
Okay.
So if you notice you're getting a lot of fadage, like your toner, if your toner is coming out from your blondes and you find it's going yellowy, it gets brassy.
Right.
You find your colors don't stay vibrant. It's all because when you're putting those hot tools on there, color doesn't last over 370.
Wow.
You start breaking apart those molecules. So that is why
we're
it is so important.
self-sabotaging.
100%.
Oh no.
Yeah, like you would never buy a cashmere sweater and then throw it in the hot.
Well, of course, no. It's
hot
so
water
true.
in the hot dryer.
It's so true. Like we're so conscious with these other things. So why are we not taking that next step for our hair?
Like we pay good coin to be able to like have those great colors in our hair and those cuts, but then you have to take that home and make sure that you're taking care of it. Exactly. So the thermo spray is amazing. I'm going to show you exactly how well it works because it's just like, it works as just a hairspray. So what I love about this is I like to save time. So I don't take each individual piece, spray it, and then put it. I'll go through the whole head and spray it in there and then use my hot tool. If the next day I'm going to add a couple more curls in there, then I'll go in and just spray
that smells amazing.
I know, right?
I'm getting a scent. Ooh, it smells so good.
I'm like finishing it by like keep spraying it.
Now, is this a product that you have to brush? I find sometimes if I spray things into my hair before I start curling, I feel like I have to brush it out again. Is that true, or can I just leave it?
So you probably find that you need to like do that brush because it gets kind of crispy or hard, right? Or wet. You're gonna notice when you spray this in, it doesn't have that residue.
Okay.
So you're fine. I mean, if it's comfortable that you want to just brush because of the look, you go right ahead. But you're not gonna get.
But in terms of product usage, you don't need to be doing that.
Exactly. And a hot tip: if you notice you ever put in a hot a thermal spray and you curl it and it's crispy afterwards, that just means you oversaturate the piece, so you're wasting product. Okay. So you don't need to do that. If you find that it still does it and you're not putting a lot, that means you're shooting too close. Remember, all bottles are usually made in the distance that you want to spray. So if you find that you spray, I know.
Wait, really? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
So if you hold the distance from the bottle, that's around where you should be spraying.
Cindy, you're blowing my mind. This is so fabulous.
Awesome, I love it.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about the Pureology Refresh and Go Dry Shampoo. We already talked about our insane passion for dry shampoo.
I know, right?
I mean, I feel self-explanatory because I feel like I use it every single morning.
I know.
Yeah.
It's totally true. I absolutely love this. And the smell on this is actually super amazing as well because I've tested so many different dry shampoos and this one's a really great one. I'm actually going to spray it in too. So same thing with your dry shampoo. If you find that you're getting any sort of white residue when you spray, it's the same idea. You got to remember to have that bottle the distance away of like what the actual size of the bottle is, right? Now what's really great about dry shampoo is sometimes people will say, I do see a little bit of that white residue after you shake it up and it's still there and you spray it. It's okay, you can work it through.
Yeah.
But I love it as like, you can use it for yourself as well. Remember, if you're naturally a bit lighter, it kind of helps with getting rid of a little bit of that rootage, right? Or if you're getting a little bit of a brassiness. These are like Fashion Week hot tips, so I'm letting you guys into a lot of things, but go ahead and you can just spray that right through. Now, hot tip with dry shampoo, and this is like one of my favorite things with this Pureology, is that as soon as you get into the shower, you wash and you style your hair, is when you should put it in.
What?
I know.
Like right away.
Exactly. So we think we need to be on like day 3.
So it's it's prevention.
Girl, high five.
Yes.
Girl, high five. Yes.
Yes.
It is prevention because if you spray this in right when your hair is freshly wet,
Right.
or sorry, not wet.
Freshly styled.
Just styled.
Yeah.
As soon as your oils start to come through, it helps to eliminate it. So that will get rid of that residue. So a lot of times people use dry shampoo and then you're like, I don't like the feel because I feel like there's too much buildup. It's because it's working too hard to be able to do that, but you can get it right off the get-go.
Okay, yes, got it.
So what's a really great one is do it freshly when it's styled. It'll prolong the style. And it's also good to shake out your curls too. If you're not a person that likes a lot of hairspray, you can definitely use a dry shampoo. This will help, exactly. It actually helps to eliminate some of the humidity outside as well. It helps to like eliminate those frizzies because you're getting rid of that moisture.
Wow, that is fabulous. Then we're going to chat about the Moroccan Oil Voluminizing Mist. I love Moroccan Oil. I love the smell of Moroccan Oil.
Yes.
How do you recommend we use this Voluminizing Mist?
So I'm obsessed as well because I love volume. And this one is really great with, you can totally use it in when it's wet and dry. I like to put it in when it's wet. But what I also, I'm spraying it, I like to so you guys can see and look. Now, you can totally use it as a great next day refresher.
Okay.
So if you spray it in when it's dry, this is fine to do, but make sure you go ahead and you blow dry your hair again to refresh those roots.
Oh, interesting.
So if you wake up in the morning and you find you have a funny part, and you want to have volume, maybe one side has a lot of volume, the other side doesn't, go ahead and spray it in there, work it in really well, and then go ahead and blow dry.
And this isn't wet hair.
This isn't dry.
Oh.
But you can definitely, it's designed to put in wet, but you can also use it as a second day refresher.
Got it. And this is more specifically meant for the roots, not necessarily going in to create volume on the ends or in the...
Absolutely, can totally do that as well. So if you find that your hair is getting kind of a little bit like soft or like, so just say if you just washed your hair. And
it's like too
wet.
Clean.
Yes, exactly. We want that like kind of texture.
Lived in.
Exactly. So spray it from root to end and you will get that like lived in texture.
Okay.
It's also great. Like I find a lot of times our products, guys can be really scared to use something like this.
Right.
But it's great for any men that have long hair and they want to have that day two feel right off the bat. This is a great one to use. Spray it in when it's wet.
Wow, fabulous.
Yes, yes.
Love volume in every sense of the word.
I know, right? You can never
have too much.
Right?
Okay, well, this is exciting. We're right in front of the next look, and we are doing baby braids. I'm so excited.
I know.
It's giving me sadness because obviously Coachella didn't happen this year, but this is festival hair to me. You know what I'm saying?
It totally is. It's done in such a subtle way because, like, I don't know about you, but like Coachella is amazing. Like when that comes out, I can't help but like look at the feed and like look at all this stuff, and it's inspiring. And then I'm gonna try it on myself, and I walk in the house, I'm like, it's a little too intense for like
I know, this
every
is
day.
like the perfect in between. Like, could be good for a concert, could be good for a dinner night out. Like, it's that cool girl vibe. You know?
Really is. And anybody who suffers from like frizzy babies, like I'm getting right now, there's such a great way of being able to like just hold those down. And you don't have to be like a crazy skilled braider. Honestly, you really don't. I think
teach me your ways.
Yes. I'm laughing right now because one of our marketing girls helped me with creating these baby braids.
Wow. So there you go.
Jessica.
It doesn't need to be professional.
No, but this is the hot tip that we both learned during this time, and this is what I always forget to share, is when you're creating a baby braid in your own hair, if I'm braiding it and I'm going down like this, it is going to sit like a unicorn in front of your face.
Right.
Like the horn. But what you have to do is you have to braid it going in the direction that you want it to see. Right? Because then you can see, I'm going to turn this here and see if Mike can see it there. Perfect. So you can see that it is going in the direction that you want it to lie. Right. Because if you just braid it going down, it's going to go straight into your face.
Got it. Yeah. Which we do not want.
Exactly.
That is sort of the struggle with braids, is getting it in the position. When you're doing it yourself, it can be a little challenging to take those angles and have them land in the right place. But this seems easy and approachable and something that we could all do. Yeah.
Right? Exactly. So this is a super easy way of being able to do just like a hot trend. And let's face it right now, we're wearing masks. We're doing all the different things that we've never done. So this is a great opportunity to try something new that you haven't done before.
I love it. And then let's talk about the color, obviously, of this hair. It's extreme, it's fabulous. It's what I would want, but don't think I can potentially maintain. But tell us about this extreme bleach recovery shampoo. If we are this blonde, how do we maintain it? Exactly.
So I know that we briefly spoke about it with our extreme lengths right here and having that protein, the biotin in here. We're going to do the exact same with hers. Now we're amping it up. So we have our extreme bleach recovery. So this is designed strictly for everyone who is doing constant lightening on their hair.
Right.
So if this was a model that was, or my client that was, I'm just making sure that you guys can see this okay. Thumbs up, awesome. So if this is my client, I'm not doing like highlights here and there like a balayage.
Yes.
This is directly onto the root. So
Okay.
we know that we're constantly lifting and then we're toning. So I want to make sure that her hair stays in a great spot. If you've ever heard the verbiage, porous hair.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about with those cuticles lifting.
Right.
Some of them go missing. They're like holy. That's when your hair gets really porous. So it grabs a color and then spits it right out.
Yeah.
So we need to repair those holes and like lay down that cuticle again.
Totally.
And you're going to get this with definitely with the bleach recovery because it has all the essential ingredients to be able to put that in. So not only do you want to go with our shampoo, which is like very fortifying for everything in the hair. I'm just going to show this because, guys, I'm obsessed.
Wow, that is beautiful. Bleach Recovery Extreme Lamellar Treatment. Tell
I
me
love
about
that you
this.
said that because I'm always get like fumbled in my mouth when I say lamellar.
Lamellar.
Lamellar. So we're going to, I'm just going to turn this so you can see it in a good, like, here we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we got this great
This looks
lamellar.
new to me, I have to say. This
It's brand
looks
new.
like okay, and
It's brand new.
New product, but also like maybe a new way of treating hair. Like I've never
It is.
seen this.
And
yeah.
this is gonna blow your mind because when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, so I need to have it in my hands. I need to try it in my hands, right? So this is coming into the salons like very soon. So you guys that have it right now, it's amazing because you got like brand new stuff.
Yeah.
So what's really neat about it, you can see that it's a liquid.
Yeah.
What is really cool on the side is you're gonna see that there's actually a measuring. So when you squirt that out in the shower, you know how much you used. What is really neat about it is there's a nozzle, so you have complete control. So any ladies out there that have extensions or tape-ins, this is great. Anybody who tends to get oily root but needs like the love on their ends, you have complete control of where it goes.
Wow.
All right, so that's number one. Number two, when you go in and you apply this in the actual shower, you're going to go in and you're just going to drizzle it going downwards.
Oh, wow.
Now my hot tip for you is you're going to shampoo your hair, wring it as much water, and then go in. Then you're going to rub it in and give it a good massage.
lather, yeah.
And what's funny is it actually lathers.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you rinse it. Guys, it feels like butter.
Really?
Yeah, so it's so crazy.
Even if I'm not that blonde, I can
No,
use
I
like
use
this
it.
blonde.
I use it and I'm obsessed.
Oh,
and like
wow.
everybody's been saying, Cindy, your hair's grown so long, and I swear it's been like
Is
this
it?
whole, yeah, exactly. Even though my hair isn't like super blonde, I do the copper, but
Yeah.
I'm still lifting my hair. I'm still getting the same
course.
thing. So by using this, it gives it an amazing conditioning treatment. And afterwards, if you need to, you can follow it up with a conditioner. But half the time I find this is just perfect.
Yeah.
And it's so shiny after. It's
Wow.
like, it's amazing. It's mind-blowing to me.
I love that so much.
And then of course we have
The
our
leave-in treatment.
Yes. So we have our leave-in treatment. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys can see this. And it's the same. As soon as you get out, you can totally put this in. So let's see here. You guys can see that okay? Perfect. So you can totally put this in. And remember, just because it's a product that's to be used in your hair as a deep conditioning, you have to remember the areas that you need that deep conditioning. So half the time when we have a million products in our cupboard, it's not because they're not working for you. It might be just because you're not sure of where to put it.
It's so true.
Right? Because here is going to be different than my end.
Right.
So if you find your area that is like the hard spot to like, that needs that extra love, you're going to put it in your hand. I always say rub it in your hand so it looks like you just put moisturizer on your hand and then like
work it
rub it in.
through.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
It's true because I feel like sometimes it gets easy to skip a part in the routine if you don't know exactly how to use the product. You'll just say,
Exactly.
oh, okay, I'm afraid to use this
Or you
treatment.
used it once and like don't be afraid to go to your stylist at Chatters and talk to them and ask like, this isn't working for me. It doesn't seem the same as when you do it. Because I get that question all the time.
Yes.
And it's literally, we have to dissect, walk through the process of what happened.
Yeah.
And then we find out that it could have been your hair was too wet when you put it in. Maybe it wasn't wet enough. And maybe it was just in the wrong area.
So true. So true.
Yeah. All of those spots make a huge difference. Now we went extremely light with this one.
Yeah.
And we actually went pretty light with this, but not
I know
totally
it's crazy
the same.
how different the blondes look, even though this is quite bright.
Exactly, because we're seeing with our trends right now that we have the super icy platinum is still here. But if you're not exactly ready to go to that bold spot, why not do this amazing money piece?
Yes,
right?
which I love so much, and we were talking about this before we went live, but the Dua Lipa inspiration, that sort of like girl rocking at the concert, like it's just so cool. I'm obsessed with this.
It's so fun. And there's ways that you can make this so it's like super natural and subtle. Like this one is a little bit more extreme. So we went in the back and we went a little bit deeper with her brown. We went into more of like an inky kind of brown.
Yes.
And we wanted it to be like super deep. And then we went as light as we could in the front without compromising her hair, and then giving it a nice tone. Now what's great about this is if you like this look and you don't want to be so extreme,
right,
only go like just a few shades lighter than the back.
Yes, that's what my sister has, and it looks,
exactly,
because it blends wonderfully, but it's still that contrast on both sides.
Exactly, and I have to show you this. Like, how cute is doing something like this and then like even wearing a mask? Guys, masks are a style now.
Like this is fashion.
Like, this is fashion.
Safety, but fashion.
So now you have like this really great brightness around the face.
It's
you
gorgeous.
can pick a color that looks amazing with your eyes because that's what you're seeing, and this is how we can incorporate what we got. Instead of like, I know it's kind of a bummer, but let's like work with it, right?
Now, is this challenging from a coloring perspective? Are you just doing all of this in one? Like you're pulling those pieces forward and doing the brightening as you're doing the toning?
Well, yes. So technically all the brightening is going to be in a foil anyway, so it's going to be in its like little protective armor.
Got it.
And then you can go ahead and put this.
Do the rest of the hair.
Exactly. And one of my faves to do is like go in with using a gloss.
Yes.
A gloss is such an underrated color treatment because what you can do is you put this directly on your hair. It is color on color, but you're not having a lot of that peroxide lift. So you're not getting any extra damage or anything like that. It's like pure shine and color. Like it's just glorious. Yeah. Sorry, I had to like jump back and forth
because the color is also such a part of the style nowadays.
It is.
And going bold when you can and going bold when you can, you know? So
yeah, exactly.
Fabulous. I love it. Well, we can jump into look number 4. And today we are now talking about the natural texture, which you and I are obsessed with. We love, I mean, you especially, you have gorgeous curly hair. I'm jealous of people that have natural, voluptuous, can I speak? Voluptuous curls. So tell me about this. Yes, tell me about this.
I'm switching their heads.
No, that's good. So tell me about this natural hair and how we can embrace this.
Okay, so I'm gonna like, fun fact, do you know in the world over 75% of the population has some form of natural texture?
No way.
Yeah, isn't it incredible?
So I'm an exception then, because
you're a unicorn.
Zero texture in my hair.
You're a unicorn, girl.
I'm jealous of everyone's texture. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm so jealous that I can't get my hair like nice and curly.
No, you're a unicorn. But what happens with that, and this is coming from myself who also has naturally curly hair, that no one really teaches us how to like bring in our natural curls. So what I'm loving is this whole natural texture movement. Now it's been happening for a while. And now we're really embracing it. And what I love about it too is talking about color and natural texture. This is like, I'm obsessed.
It's gorgeous.
Because a lot of people who, what I find is any of my clients that have naturally curly hair, they don't like to make it curly because they're afraid it's gonna get too big. Right? Or like out of control. Or some of the curls will be straight. Some of the curls will be like tighter, and it's like all over the place. But the most important thing that you have to remember is when you're using this is when you're enhancing your color onto curly hair, it's going to actually enhance your curls. So what happens in that situation is if just say someone has all dark hair and then they make it curly, it just looks like a shape. So that's why it can make them look uncomfortable or feel uncomfortable with that. Right? It's just like a block. Now if we add a little bit of color in here,
you get that dimension.
Exactly. So it's less of a shape and it's more of a texture. You see the dimension, you see that movement, and embrace it. Like, so what's really hot for this season is reds. We see a lot of really amazing ruby rich reds, and this is a great look to get on natural texture because it's literally
I love the red. And the ends. It's so cool.
It's almost like that, like kind of play on that ombre that was happening. It's going from the natural to the ends, and then this color is really let's face it, let's hope that we're not going back into quarantine for any reason, but I mean this has a great longevity because you're not doing
worried
right
about the grow out.
Exactly. Essentially we're putting it in there, but it's a small fade in, and it's so great because it actually gives her more curl, and it just looks like
It
just
also
a
has
really
that
nice
wow
color.
factor. Like, it just makes you turn your head because you want to look at it.
Exactly.
It's gorgeous.
And it's fun way of, like, we talked about with this having the bold highlight in the front.
Yes.
Now this is, you can have a lot of fun with color. So just say if you wanted to try a red and you want to go maybe a little more copper, that's a great way to go if you want it to be subtle, or you could do a pop of color. But when it's not directly to the root, I find it is so much more complimenting on the skin, and it doesn't just look so like right in your face of a bright tone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm obsessed with this look. So let's talk about how to maintain a look like this. So the Oidad Advanced Climate Control, tell me about this product.
Okay, let me just grab it right here. Let me see. I'm gonna grab all of these guys. Okay, so I have to say, I love. So all of these are amazing because this one's, okay, so even though we are embracing our natural texture and it's okay in humid weather, you still wanna have something that's going to have that control, because even when you're curly, your curly can go fuzzy.
Right.
So being able to use the climate control, this is really important.
Okay.
And what's really important to do is anytime you're putting products in naturally curly hair, you have to do it straight out of the shower.
Yes.
Yes. So like dripping hair, like straight out of the shower, you don't want to throw it up in a towel and then run it through. You want to be able to put this in right away. So that way you have an even distribution from the ends, from the root to the ends.
Got it.
So that's really, really important. And like I said, it is so important to have a climate control. And this one is amazing because of that fact, you'll get more of the definition in your curls and they won't get frizzy because of the weather.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yes.
very cool.
Yes, and then our next one here. Is this part of our next one? No, I think that was just our climate control. But this is a great refresher. I'll talk about it, and then I'm going to put it with the next one as well.
Okay.
This one is great because a lot of times with our curly hair, we don't realize what we need to do for the next day. We think we need to wash our hair every day, which is like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it because
I guess even if you have straight hair, I mean, you don't want to be washing your hair every day no matter what the situation.
I know. But when I'm like embracing my curls, the next day that bedhead can be insane.
Fair, right.
So you want to be able to like have it set up. So when you sleep, KB has, like Kenneth Bernard has a really great satin pillow that you can use. Or you can put your hair back into a loose ponytail. If your hair is not long enough, then I would say to use a satin pillow. But then the next day, you can go in and spray as our curl enhancing refresher spray from Oidad.
Gorgeous.
It's also amazing.
And when you have curly hair like this, do you recommend going in even still with a hot tool to perfect those pieces? Or do you just say, go natural, let it be what it is?
Oh girl, I love that you said that. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like there's like this weird disconnect when we have naturally curly hair. We're faking it if we need to go in and enhance it.
Yeah.
And I never say that's true.
Yeah, that's not true.
No, like you need, if you have a couple spots that are not cooperating, go in and just wrap that around the curling iron to get that better curl. Now remember, what's important when you do that is you want to make sure to get a curling iron that the actual curling iron itself is the right size. And that's when you can go into Chatters and ask any of the beauty consultants and they would be happy to help you
those nice
out.
little tiny ones for
Exactly,
the
to get that size, because a lot of times we just don't have the right size of curling iron.
Yeah. My best friend actually has hair exactly like this, and I've seen her behind the scenes using the tiny little curling irons to get those perfect ringlets, and it's
right?
beautiful.
And you're like, oh, that's what you did?
Yeah, and she's always complimented on her hair, so she's definitely doing something right.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So definitely go in with a hot tool, and remember, if you're using a hot tool, you got to make sure to be able to like use the thermal spray. Even though we put in the humidity climate control, we still want to be able to use the thermal spray.
Protect that hair.
Exactly.
Fabulous. And then we also have the Moroccan Oil all-in-one leave-in conditioner. Now this is the product that is not quite out yet.
Yes.
But it's coming. This is an exclusive.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes, because they're letting us talk about it right now.
So we love getting to talk about products that are not on the market quite yet.
Exactly.
But get excited about this one. So tell me about this product.
So what's amazing, it is literally exactly what you said. It is an all-in-one. So there's a bit of hold in there, there's the conditioning in there, and it's all done in one motion. Not to say that we're going to take away the Oidad when you're using that, but it is great as a pairing, like a perfect like combination. So once again, you want to be able to put that in when the hair is soaking wet. Yeah. Be able to brush that through. And I'm a big fan of layering your products when you have curly hair. So you want to put one in, brush it through. The next one you want to put in, you want to brush that through.
Okay.
And you can even go from like mid-length down. And when I say brush, you can actually even just use like this on your hands.
Yeah.
Like if you put it into your hand, just work it around so it's on both palms and just do this. Because after that, you can go ahead and scrunch in. What I love about the Moroccan oil as well, if you find after you scrunch your hair, you need a little bit more, you can actually put a little bit on your hand again, rub that in, and go ahead and scrunch it through again.
Wow.
Do not run your fingers in. You just want to scrunch it in.
Scrunch, yes.
Scrunch,
always scrunch, never pull, right?
Yeah,
then you're like pulling the curls, I guess?
Yes. Well, what happens is, okay, so hot tip about curls. Once you start pulling them apart, they're gonna get fuzzy. So we always have this like funny rule, like ends need friends.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
like, so if they're all friends in this, guys. See, like they're all working together. If I break this apart, they're no longer friends, and now they're just gonna be super fuzzy, and it's not gonna be a great curl, right? So you want to make sure that your ends. That's why we always say you want to
Twisting
put that
together.
exactly, and that product from mid-length to ends there. That way, they're all friends.
Now, it can feel a bit, I guess, overwhelming from any perspective with all of the different products. So if you're using a leave-in conditioner, do you also need a treatment? Or can you choose? Like you could do a leave-in treatment one day, then you could do a leave-in conditioner one day.
Okay, so that's totally how you're feeling with your hair.
Okay.
So for me to say like that's what you need to do is like it's hard to say because you need to be able to.
It just depends on what your hair needs.
Exactly.
Got it.
But remember, it's all about the placement. So even if you're using a leave-in conditioner and you used a conditioner in the shower, it might be just to those areas that you need that extra love in.
Extra support.
Exactly.
Got it. Fabulous.
Exactly.
All right, well, this might be one of my favorite looks today. I love the natural. We can never complain about it.
I can't even help but touch it.
I know, it does. I want to touch it. I'm not even a stylist.
I know. I think we're almost getting ready for our break time after this, girl. Okay. We're gonna have like a little bit of a break, so you can get your food from Uber Eats.
Dive in and get all your food, and hopefully you guys are loving all the hot tips so far. Stay tuned. We have many more looks to come, actually. I'm very excited.
We do. Now you're like digesting all of those looks that we just did. Make sure to give us like a message if you have any questions. We're like, even though it might have already passed, we're fine to like be able to go back and chat about it after this break. I also hope
people are styling on the back end, doing their own hair.
Yes. Oh my
God,
God,
I would be doing if I was watching this.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Take pictures if you are and tag us. All right, so now we're gonna go for our break. And how long should our break be? About 10 minutes?
Okay, fabulous. We'll be back in 10 minutes and see you all soon. Thank you.
heartbreak, and you know that you can't take another day. Well, that's not okay. We can never go back this road, we can never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's okay. Don't you know that you move with your body? Don't you know that you move with your body? We can never go back this road, we can never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's okay. Don't you know that you move with your body? Don't you know that you move with your body? When you're moving your feet on the dance floor, and you don't care a thing about a word they say. That's how we play. That's how we play. I am here with my friends and we're dancing. We can feel all the obstacles go away. That's how we play. We can never go back this road, we can never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's okay. Don't you know that you move with your body? Don't you know that you move with your body? We can never go back this road, we can never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's okay. Don't you know that you move with your body? Don't you know that you move with your body? All night long, we got it going, and the dance goes on. We got it going, and I am here, and I move with my body, move with my body. All night long, we got it going, and the dance goes on. We got it going, and I am here, and I move with my body, move with my body. With your body.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do could be ourselves. Didn't have much, but nevertheless, we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not. I always knew we could do so many great things. So believe in me, I believe in you, and I just feel that this will be an upswing. So hear me out. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't want. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we want. Chasing all that we don't want. Chasing all that we do not have. All the way back home.
Welcome back. We are back from our break from the Chatters Press preview, and if you are newly joining us, my name is Tori Webster. I am a blogger and content creator, and this is Cindy. She is going to now walk us through our last 3 looks, and we're going to tackle sort of, I guess, 3 very different looks now.
Very different.
Yeah, which is great.
Yes.
So let's talk about this one. This is the sleek bob.
Yes.
The color here, extreme, fabulous, all the things.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so it's funny that we're talking about a sleek bob, because I feel like even the sleek bobs have changed a bit. We're looking at a little bit more of a straight texture, but then movement.
Right.
So it's not like that it's totally pinned. You can have a little bit more of a shake to it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, clearly the biggest thing about this look right now is her hair is blue.
Yeah. Let's just get it out there. Yeah, let's just say
The blue
how
elephant
it
in
is.
the
Yeah.
room. Yeah. So a really hot look that we're seeing for the season is we talked
Teal.
about this bold blue. So anywhere from like a deep teal, and we're getting right into a denim blue.
Love that.
It's hot. And what's great about it is now with this model, we've done the whole entire head, which looks fantastic. What's great about it is you can actually put this on deeper hair colors. So you don't have to go as light as she is to be able to get
this.
like the super dark blue.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what's really fun about it. What's also fun is if you wanted to try something like a new trend like the blue, why not do that in that larger money piece that we talked about earlier?
Right.
Our style number 2, which was really great because you can really try fun looks. This would look
Yeah.
awesome on you, Tori.
I need to just get into this world where I, do this color and then I jump to teal and then I go pink. Actually, do you recommend, like, how do you even do that? I guess it's all of these products. You maintain the hair health and then you can do whatever you want with the color.
Yes, and then this is when you want to talk to your stylist because we can definitely give you some great options.
Right.
It is good to have the base of your hair tone to be a little bit lighter.
Right.
Because any color will go on that. But
I
it
see.
doesn't mean you have to go in and use a color like a straight, like a peroxide lifting color.
Right.
There is color deposited products out there. So you can use a gloss. There is great color.
Semi-permanent colors even,
That's
right?
what I'm saying, exactly. Or there's even like the shampoos that you can put on the hair
Yes.
that will make it colors that are bold like this.
Yes. Okay, fabulous.
Yes.
So to get this look, you used the Redken Shine Flash 02. Tell me about this.
Okay, so I'm obsessed. And I love this like new bottle that just came out. With
Your
them as
passion
well.
for all things hair care is next
Obsession.
level.
Obsession.
Get on our level here, guys.
It's obsession. Okay, so we all want a little bit of shine, but maybe you're
We
not
do.
into having like that little bit of oil.
Right.
So this is a really great option to go because it is just a light mist that you can put on.
Beautiful.
Yes. And what's great about it is just say you've done like a beach wave in your hair,
Right.
you've like taken out your ponytail or anything, you can literally just put this right into the ends, shake out your hair, it will not go greasy, and because the molecules in it is very refined, it will like absorb.
That seems like the perfect product for a night out on the town. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? All the drive-ins coming up for TIFF,
Yes.
This is the product you need.
This is totally the product. And if that scares you by doing this whole mist,
Yeah.
like hot tip for you, this is when you pull out your makeup brushes. Okay,
Yes.
I'm telling you
Yes,
this.
makeup brushes and like toothbrushes in the hair is
Exactly,
fabulous. Yeah.
exactly. This is like one of my favorite things to do during Fashion Week is we will put this just directly on a blush brush. Now, obviously, I won't use it for blush ever
Right.
again. But you put that on, and then you can get it in just those certain spots.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's not spraying like everywhere.
Make use of product and makeup brushes all at the same time.
Exactly.
This next product is the Design Me Hold Hairspray. I believe we spoke about this one a little bit at the beginning as well, but throwing this into this look as well.
I know. So I'm going to talk about this. Okay. So we did use this earlier on Tori, which was amazing because I put the nozzle to the light area. So that way we got a really light hold. I was able to brush through your hair with like ease and no problem. So with my girl here, I wanted to be able to do a little bit of a mist with hairspray, but I'm going to go to a stronger hold. So I'm going to bring that to the H.
Yes.
And now, because I want these pieces to go away from her face, I can just use that, and that way it'll be able to hold.
Gorgeous.
Like I'm telling you, this is like an all-in-one hairspray. It's fantastic. If you're going away for a weekend, like you can throw this in your bag and you know that you're completely covered because it's gonna, you have all sorts of different
And that's
levels.
the thing too, right? We want a product that's going to offer us more than just one thing.
Exactly.
We're all
exactly.
busy. We're all hustling out here.
Exactly.
We need fast and efficient, but reliable products.
Exactly. What I really love about the Hold Me as well is that it doesn't spray super wet.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a hairspray that it sprays wet? So as soon
Yes.
as you spray it into an area, it almost
We don't want that.
clumps that hair together because it's wet. No, this is a really nice spray. And I find also, I just like the layering, that you can kind of keep layering on top of color
Absolutely.
or hair there.
And then to finish off this look, use the Kenneth Bernard Thermal Protection Spray. Again, we know how now important it is to protect the hair before we put any heat on it.
Yep.
So I guess it's the same, we talked about it for curly hair, but same for straight, right?
Exactly. So I know that we mentioned about spraying it in even with individual curls.
Yeah.
So just say if you went in, you blow dried your hair, the underneath is somewhat straight, but it's just that top layer that you want to be able to go in with using a flat iron. Don't be afraid that you can just mist this right over, take those sections and just use that with a flat iron. That's why I love this spray so much because it is, you can use it right on dry hair and it's not going to give you that crispy feel.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Well, this look also wonderful with the teal, but we are actually going to move on to our 5th look, which is look number 6. I've gotten ahead of myself. Glamour Curls. This is probably, I guess, what I would say my go-to red carpet look. I'm trying to think back to the red carpets I've been on, but I almost always wear my hair down and curly.
Yes.
So this is kind of my go-to.
Yes.
So tell me how you achieve this.
Okay, so I have to talk a little bit about the color and then the curl.
And the cut even. There's so much going on.
I'm fixing her bangs as we're speaking.
No, I mean, I love it. So,
yeah. So there's a lot that's going on, even though it's just like brown hair with bangs. But the thing that we've noticed a big difference in is our bang length.
Right.
This has definitely changed right now because we had that really long kind of curtain bang that was happening, which is still hot. It's still out there, but we're also starting to see the bangs that are going right up and that's hovering on the eyebrow. That is, it feels almost a little bit too short.
Yes.
But it's not because it's right on that eyebrow line.
What decade is that inspired by?
Oh,
do you know? Like, I feel like this is like old Hollywood though. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna say that. That's why the glam waves and then it's pairing with the bangs. And what's really cool about this, think about what we're talking about with fashion. So we're getting into the masks now. What are the masks doing from a makeup perspective? It's bringing out the eyes. So if we have that curtain bang, it can be a little bit too much that's happening. By bringing those bangs up to that glamour spot, it is, and it's the perfect frame.
Right.
So if you're looking at really bringing out your eyes, bring that bang up just to right about the eyebrows. And what's great, there's two things. A, you don't have to worry about your eyebrows.
Well, true.
And you can
hey, in quarantine, we've all like let loose a little, so this is a great cover up. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's cheaper than Botox. I'm sorry.
I'll let you say that.
But no, it definitely. And what we did with her color as well is we went into like an inky brown. So it's kind of funny because we've gone really cool with our blondes. And when we say inky, that's what I'm meaning. We're going a little bit cooler. So that is a little bit more of a blue undertone. I know that you can't see that in here, but the blue actually eliminates a lot of the like the reds that are happening. So it can give a cooler brown effect, and it has a really fantastic dimension to it. So we're definitely getting into that inky brown. And then Glamour Waves. So yes, what the difference is between a glamour wave and just say our effortless, like barely there wave is one thing that's really important. We're pretending this is my curling iron. We're gonna go in, and if I wrap this around a curling iron all the way, if we're doing a barely there wave, we leave the ends out. Okay. That's how you get that beach wave. That's how you get that effortless, like day 2. Yeah, it looks like more lived in. As a glam wave, you go all the way to the ends.
I see.
That's how you really get that glam wave to happen. It's more of an artificial look, but what ends up happening is it just really gives ultimately that old Hollywood style.
So lovely.
Right?
So to get this look, you used the AG Hair Nourish mask. Tell me about this. We haven't spoken about a mask yet today, and I feel like masks are, essential in my skincare, so that means they must be essential in my hair care as well.
Yes, so I'm just gonna like put it right here. So our AG Nourishing Mask here is amazing. Okay, so when you know that you're gonna be going out to an event, you wanna be able to rock a look like this. Remember I was talking about color, and on natural texture, you wanna have color so it gives that dimension to the curl. Because we're doing a solid color on her hair, we want to have that dimension and that movement in the curl by shine and health. Right. Right? Makes sense. So what you need to do is when you're rocking this look, you got to make sure that you're on top of the healthiness of your hair. And by your hair being healthy, that's what's going to give that shine. And that's what I love about the nourishing mask that AG has come out, because it is awesome. What I love about this is not only can you just do this quickly in the shower if you really wanted to, I rock a hair mask when I'm cleaning my house. I'm not even kidding. I put this in my hair. And
Cindy struts around with her mask.
I do. But it looks kind of cute. Like you just kind of rock that. It's like a wet look. Totally. But you put it in like a top knot or pull it back in a bun. Yes. Then when you're finished, you wash it out and your hair is like glamorous for like going back to work and all that kind of great stuff. But the nourishment is so important when you're rocking a look like this, because you need your hair to be super healthy.
I feel like a mask is also great for that like fast help. Like if you've had a rough week and the hair is not looking fresh, it's like a quick reset and just gives it the love it needs. Exactly. I love that you said that. Now remember, like masks, I feel like a lot of people steer away from using a mask because they think that they have to stand in the shower for like
10
That's
extra
me.
minutes.
I like to just shave I'll do it on the long days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have to shave my legs and all the extra
when you're
stuff.
ladyscaping, it's
Exactly,
with the mask
yeah.
But what's a great thing is I like to I'm double dutying everything. So I like to multitask. So if I'm cleaning my house, if I'm sitting around by the pool, if I'm getting some sun outside, if I'm going for a walk,
Yeah.
you can't tell. If you just rock a mask right in your hair, just put
Do
it
a little
back.
pony, yeah.
Yeah, it's super cute and it looks super cute with shades
Wow.
on. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Another trend to follow.
Yeah.
So the next product is the Pureology Shine Bright Taming Serum. Now, yes, I know about this because sometimes my curls go a little cray-cray on
Yes.
day 2 and I need the taming.
I know. I was looking for this morning and I didn't get a chance, and this is why I would love to be able to have it taming my hair right now. What I love about the Pureology as well is everything in here is vegan, so 100% that's
wonderful.
amazing. Yeah, and the same thing is you want to be able to put this in your hair when it's wet and before you go ahead and blow dry, and you'll notice even just your blow dry, just that the movement with your your actual brush, you'll have a lot more hold. You can get a lot better of a blowout look.
Oh, interesting.
And it gives that really great shine. And just adding even that blow dryer in, I find that it amplifies that shine by adding that
Interesting.
heat to the hair. Because this is super conditioning as well, you're gonna find you won't get as much frizz when you go and you style it as well.
So do you recommend using this and blow drying and then curling?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%. Now, if that is too much, because I'm always about, you don't want to do a ton of stuff to your hair. So if you blow dry your hair, you don't necessarily have to put it into a round brush.
Right.
Just do that paddle brush that I was talking about.
Yes.
And then with this product, that helps you out, and you'll get somewhere too close to being smooth.
Okay.
And then when you go into curling, if you're using hot rollers or if you're using a curling iron, that will seal down the rest of the frizz, and then you'll end up having a really good shiny look. Like what I said,
Wonderful.
when that's put in, this is it's like glass. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
I love.
Excited. Okay, the next product is the Kenneth Bernard Protection Spray. Again, we've spoken about this.
Yeah.
Seems like every look we're gonna do, we've got to keep it in mind. We've got to protect the hair.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to that. So like I said, so just like you mentioned before, you're gonna do the blow dry and then you go ahead and curl. The day 2, it's just as important to be able to spray in a thermal protection spray. So make sure when you're refreshing your curls, you want to be able
That's
to put that in
interesting. See,
as well.
I wouldn't necessarily keep that in mind.
Yeah, you know what? Because we're wear and tear on our hair all day. We throw it up in a
Right.
scrunchie, we're running our hands through it, we might brush it the next day, anything like
Yeah.
that. So that's why I really like this, because it's not feeling like you're constantly adding more and more product, because I
True.
don't like that feel
Me
either.
neither.
You want to be able to just have it and just only mist it in the areas that you really want to add that extra heat to.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And then the final step for this glamour look is the Design Me, Hold Me hairspray. Maybe for this one we would put the extreme hold, because I know on a night out if I'm dancing,
Yes.
I want those curls to stay.
Yeah, no, you wanted to do that, or you want to be able to have that curl staying, which is a great way to finish it off. We always like to flip our hair up, and then you can just
Yes,
spray
I
it
love
in.
that for the extra
flip it back,
volume.
spray it in, exactly. Now with her, because she has her bangs, and sometimes you can get that little bit of flyaway. You want to have that volume here,
Right.
But maybe not that moss that grows when it's damp outside.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and spray it, and this is where I like to use my brushes at the same time. I'll spray it right on the end there.
Oh.
Yes. And then I can just put it right on the top, just to
That
bring
is
down
so
all
smart.
those little flyaways.
Oh, I think I needed to do that this morning, and I just didn't know that was the step I needed.
Yeah, because when you just kind of spray too much, it can get a little bit out of control.
Yes.
So I like to kind of put it on the paddle.
That's
I'll even
very
do,
good.
I could have used that just on the sides when you did
Yes.
it behind your ear.
Right.
Right?
Oh, that's a really, really smart tip.
Yeah.
I love that.
Nice.
Cindy.
Come on,
always,
girl.
Always got it going on.
Come on, girl.
All right, this is our final look of the day. I'm very excited about this one. We did speak about that festival kind of more bold look earlier, and I feel like this one kind of falls into that, and that is the Bantu Knots. Let's chat about it. I'm
Okay, I gotta
so
bring her
excited.
over.
Bring her over. She's beautiful. Yeah, this is gorgeous.
Yes.
Also love the shorter hair. We haven't really seen this today, and I feel like it's awesome.
I know, the shorter hair is definitely back, especially with having a natural texture. And it's kind of funny because I think a lot of times when people have naturally curly hair, they're afraid to go short.
Yes.
Where it's all about the shape. Now this is the exact, when we were talking about having a shape to the hair, when your hair is all one solid color and you're doing a natural texture, that's when it's really important to look at that from a perspective.
Oh,
you want to have a
interesting.
really nice shape. Now what we did is we gave her a chin length bob, but because she has that texture, it has like just that layering, and she gets a little bit of that wedge, which looks gorgeous.
Right. Yeah. How do you do that? Is that all in the cut?
It's completely all in the cut.
Okay.
Absolutely. So when you go into your stylist at Chatter Salon, you want to be able to say that I'm going to be able, like, I want to wear my hair naturally curly, and
Right.
I also want to wear it straight.
Yeah.
So that's when they cut in a really good wedge. And that way, when her hair is straight, it's funny enough, it's actually like almost all one length.
Interesting.
But because she has a curl, it just layers on top of each
looks
other, and it
great.
just grows, and it has this amazing shape.
And also, like, strangely, it like angles out the face in a beautiful way because it
Exactly.
creates this like elongated look.
Exactly. Okay, I love that you're bringing this up, because sometimes people are afraid of getting into shapes and what looks good on them
Right.
and what is like really, really great. If you love your contour, your lines, and your jawline, this is an excellent shape. Yes, exactly. Because what it does is it really emphasizes, because you literally are drawing a line
Yeah.
right down onto the jawline. If you're uncomfortable with that area or your neck or anything like that, this wouldn't be so much of a style for you. This is what's going to emphasize those areas.
Got
and it
it.
looks stunning. It
Yeah,
looks
it
stunning.
really does look so amazing. And then maybe tell me a bit about the Bantu Knots.
Oh, this is so great. I love these. Okay, so these are super fun and easy to do. And all it is taking the small sections. So what I love about this is she already told me yesterday she wore her hair forward.
Wait, are you pretending that you've spoken to the mannequin now, Cindy?
I am.
Okay. So we've been on live stream too long.
I love that you're just
confirming.
going.
Yeah,
you're
just
going
wanted to
with it.
confirm. Yeah.
So she told me yesterday she loves to wear, she loves to wear it forward, but no, what we decided to do is
Pull it back.
pull it back. And you know, this is like helping it with like the heat, it's on your forehead. So you bring this back, you're just gonna do small sections, tie it off with an elastic. You're bringing up that section of hair and you're giving it a twist with product. And I know that we have products for this as well, and I'll talk about that in a second. But as soon as you twist it down, you literally twist it until it collapses. I'm gonna
Keep
show you
twisting
on
the
this.
knots, yeah.
Yeah, we've all experienced. So when you twist, it eventually just kind of collapses down, and you can help that spiral into spot.
It's so
And
pretty.
it looks so cool.
It really does.
Honestly,
it's crazy how simple it is, but then the final result looks so polished.
It's so cool. Yeah, on textured hair, on straight hair, I absolutely love this look. And like when you carry this all the way around the head as like almost like a headband, it looks so pretty. And by adding like cute
Yes,
little
little
details,
details
in there,
all in there.
or even like a ribbon when you twist it, so you see like that pop of color, it looks super
Oh, that would
cool.
be so pretty.
But after you spiral that down, you just go ahead and just tie it off with an elastic and a bobby pin, and that just helps to secure it in place.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
this look so much. Okay, so let's talk about how to achieve this. So you use the AG hair hard gel on this hair.
Yes.
So where would you use that? Just pulling away the babies in the front?
Exactly.
Okay.
So it was all about having all control. So same thing, pulling that back, using that finishing brush to be
Yeah.
able to have that gel. What I would do is place the gel just in the front,
Okay.
and then I'm using that finishing brush to pull it back for ultimate control.
Right.
And that's when I would tie it down. Now, even on the ends here,
Did
when
you
that-
section these off before?
Hands down, girl.
Okay.
Hands down. You need to section it off. It's all about having those clean lines.
Yeah.
After you add that elastic on the ends here, we want to be able to add that extra gel, because then when you twist it down, you won't have
Yes.
as many flyaways going
Yes,
around.
of course. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, if her hair was also, the gel is not just for just forming that area, but if you find you start to get a little bit of frizzies, you can actually put a little bit on your hands. And I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to show this motion. Oops. I'm kind of missing the gel at the moment, but what you can do is you put it just on your hands like so, and then you can put it in, and this can also work to put straight on dry hair.
Okay.
We
Into the
think-
curls.
Into the curls.
Okay,
You can
beautiful.
See, thank you. It's just like when I ask for it, it's just like, oh, appears. Yes. So what I'm going to do is use this, and we use this on your little baby bangs, your
Yeah.
little baby hairs. We're going to do this on here as well. So obviously when the hair is wet, you can definitely put this in, but I'm going to show you how you can apply it on dry. And curly hair is great because she needs a little bit more hold.
Right.
I couldn't do this on my hair because my hair is a little bit of a lazy
I was going to say, so I could not do this step, right?
No,
Right.
your hair, because this is going to be a wet. So if
Got
your
it.
hair naturally falls when it's wet, you don't want to put this
Got
on.
it.
You know what I mean?
But if
Otherwise-
it's lifted and curled, then this helps kind of
Exactly.
create
And the more
volume.
moisture I put to her hair, the more she's going to get more lift. So
Love
all
it.
I'm doing is I'm scrunching this in on the tips. If I put this from root to end,
Yeah.
her hair will get crispy, and it's not the look she wants to go to, because that's what she told me. So
I love your relationship with her. I'm jealous, actually.
but what I am going to do is I'm going to put it on here, and all it does is just like helps to define those little pieces on the end to add that little extra something something.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Now, the next product you
Yes.
use to complete this look is the Design May Hold Hairspray. Makes
Yes.
sense. I
Yep.
think, you know, when you're doing a little top knot like that, you're going to want to finish it off and give it a little hold.
Exactly. I'm going to get you to take
You
that
bet.
lid off because my hands are a little bit wet right
No
now.
problem.
So I'm going to show you. So for fine detailing, I know that we were talking about spraying hairspray all over. So we did the fine detail on the brush itself. We even get really right into it. So we have our tiny little tail combs that is normally for, as a hairstylist, when we foil hair, like we're putting this in the foils, but this is actually good for fine tuning as well. So I'm going to spray a little bit on here. My hands are slippery. But then you can use your tail comb and just be able to do this to be able to get rid of all those little flyaways.
yeah, that's
that
great.
tail comb will help to put that into place. I don't have a blow dryer, so I'm just going to do like the organic blow dry.
Yeah. But a little bit of heat would help just set that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
It'll just like stick right down.
Wonderful.
And as it starts to dry, it has that bit of the tacky feel, so then you'll
Yes.
be able to get that down. But I love using this just to be able to get into place.
it gives you that control, right?
100%. So then you won't have any of those little flyaways.
Wonderful. And then
Yeah.
the last product we're going to talk about today is the Wee Dad, which we actually made a mistake earlier and mispronounced, but
That was me.
the French in me is coming out, so it is the Wee
Oui.
Dad.
I think I said oui.
And it is the Botanical Boost Curl Energizing and Refreshing Spray. So tell us about this.
Oui.
Exciting.
I am obsessed. Okay, so I just like briefly spoke about it, but now I'm just gonna like dive right in.
Yes.
Because this is a big thing that I always hear about, our natural texture, about the day after, and how to refresh your hair.
Yes.
Now when my hair is wet, I will spray this in after I've applied what my holding is going to be for my curls. But I'll just spray it in as it's drying if I need it. The next day, I love to have this just to refresh. Or you put it in your purse, and when you're like out, by the end of the day for naturally curly hair, it can get really frizzy.
Yes.
So you can just mist this in when you're out, and that way you have it.
Just
So-
gives it that little boost, a refresher. Sort of like, you know,
Exactly.
the misting of the face. Is it kind of like that? Like a reboot?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. Now, I love that you brought that up because I think a lot of times, like we think as makeup and hair as they don't collide, but they really, really,
Really do, yeah.
We take so much time on our makeup and how we do it, how we set it. We have our primers, we have,
Well,
you know,
exactly.
our
It's all the
highlights.
same.
But we've just talked about all these different things, like the shine flash. We have
Totally.
our oils. We have all these
The
different things.
primer is basically the heat protection. Like, it's all just different
It's
steps.
all that
Yeah.
exactly. But if you put it into that, then you'll understand a lot more. So this is just the same thing. I'm just refreshing her curls so she's
Beautiful.
able to like, you know, so it's not getting frizzy. I
Yes.
love this because I use it all the time. And what you're gonna notice with it,
Also smells amazing. I keep getting these
I
gorgeous
know.
whiffs of the
I know, we.
Yeah.
So what I love about it too is it gives like a bit of that conditioning too. Because I find day 2, day 3, if I'm having my hair in the natural state, the conditioning itself, my hair starts getting dry.
Yeah.
So I love to be able to spray this in because there's a touch of hold and it has a really great leave-in conditioner.
Totally, you bet. Well, that was it, everyone. That was 7 fabulous looks. Really hope that you learned something from Cindy today. I mean, you were giving out hot tips right, left, and center.
I
That
love
was
it.
unreal. Again, you have cards at home to learn more about these products. Hopefully, you enjoyed a little Uber Eats on the Chatters team. My name is Tori. This is Cindy. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. We had so much fun today, and a big thank you coming from the Chatters team for tuning in as well. And we will see you all on, I guess, maybe our next virtual live. But again, please follow Chatters Hair Salon on Instagram. Follow Cindy. You can follow me.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, we'll see you guys all soon.
I have to say thank you to the team. You guys don't see them, but everybody
know, the
behind the
behind the
set
scenes.
right now. We have Mike from 20 Valley Media. He's amazing. And we got our whole social media team from Chatters that is awesome that put us together.
Yes,
Obsessed. And we have
We
Natalie,
couldn't do it. It always takes a village, as you all know. So
Natalie from Lola Bean too. She's
Yeah.
great.
thank you. Thank you to
Love you
everyone.
guys.
See you soon.